And one of the things that I was thinking about today, and I talked about this with my daughter, because sometimes I try to be somewhat of a, you know, uh, helpful father with words of wisdom. I don't know if I'm that good, but I'm turning myself up here. Pardon me if you guys are bothered by that. But one of the things I tell my daughter, and I try to think about this often, is as we go through life, and we start learning from different people, and we start gathering, helpful little hints to how to do things, or you watch people. They don't even have to talk to you. You just watch them. You just watch them and you learn from them. They're giving you keys to open doors in your future. Even if it's somebody that just comes into your life for 5 minutes, or somebody that has been involved in your life for 25 years, even if that's as long as they're going to be a part of your life, they're giving you stuff. You got to be able to take those keys and open up doors. And I feel like a lot of people mostly all of the people really that I've interviewed, have had an opportunity where they've taken keys and opened up doors. A lot of the things that I tell my daughter is, be careful, because when you get to a point in your life, when you're leaving adolescence and you're becoming a young adult, you're mature, but you're young, you're going to make some bonehead decisions. We've all done it, but you're going to want to you're going to want to explore your ability to be independent. And with that comes welcoming people into your life that don't deserve to be in your life. And you're going to start wanting to see the best in them. And these people take advantage of you. And hence the trials and tribulations come into your life. But what happens is you start putting your key in someone else's pocket instead of trying to open up these doors. And that's one of the things that I try to tell my daughter. And I was thinking about that today because, not that I was aiming for that for the podcast, but really everybody that I'm talking to, and even, including my wife, and even my own journeys that I share from time to time, it's all about really recognizing that you put your key in someone else's pocket, or you weren't able to recognize that you've had these keys all along. And so now you're able to do for self. And why not share stories like that? And really, it kind of turned into that over the course of 6-7 months with the podcast. I really was just aiming to interview cool people who are doing amazing things, and I am, but everybody has a common factor in that, or the common denominator rather, and that is taking keys and opening doors, right? So Jazzy and Jose, they had keys. And, what do I mean by that? When you got Jose saying, why don't you make these candles? When Jazzy is looking at candles because she loves buying them so much, like my beautiful wife does. and the idea of, well, I wonder what goes into making candles. That right there is just like the idea, the want to do this, that was inside Jazzy somewhere. The creativity, that key was just there waiting to open up a door. So, hopefully when people listen to these episodes, they get into it, because with the live interviews, I'm really going to want to push wanting to know, what are you doing with the keys that you've been given? And tell me about the times that you lost your keys. Tell me about the time keys were taken from you, because people will take your keys. People will take from you. And sometimes you got to work really hard to get that back, because these doors don't just open on their own. And when they do, you can't be too scared to walk through them. And I'm 43. Well, I'll be 43 in 2 weeks. But, being in my early 40s, just now wanting to walk through a door, as grateful as I am that I'm doing it, it's sometimes I wish I would have held on to my keys in my 20s and in my 30s, so that I could be experiencing this a little earlier. But better late than never.